students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. Welcome to my channel. I am teaching you subject Maths 1 Algebra in Standard 10th. In this video, we will continue with our chapter number 2, Quadratic Equations. We will solve questions from practice set 2.2. But before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe at right side. Press the bell icon also to get my all videos of 10th standard. Practice set 2.2 question number 1 is solve the following quadratic equations by factorization. There are various methods of solving the quadratic equations. One of the methods is factorization. We all have studied the factorization of algebraic expressions in our 8th standard. I suggest you to watch my videos of 8th standard also. Chapter number 6, factorization of algebraic expressions, where we have studied this factorization of trinomial, and how to factorize this we have studied. So let us see the first question. X square minus 15x plus 54. In this equation we can see quadratic trinomial or quadratic polynomial on the left hand side, and we all know how to solve this sum because we all have been solving from 8th standard. We have solved in 9th standard also. So we will have to find out the two factors of constant term 54. As sign of 54 is plus, that means we will have to find out two factors of 54 whose addition should be the coefficient of middle term. Coefficient of middle term is minus 15. So we will have to find out two factors of 54 whose addition should be minus 15. Which are those two factors? 9 6 are 54, we all know, and 9 plus 6 is 15. We want minus 15, so this minus sign should be given to both these factors, 9 as well as 6. So 6 9s are 54. These are the two factors of 54, and we will have to give this minus sign, first sign, to both these numbers. So when we found out two such factors of constant term whose addition should be the coefficient of middle term, in such a cases both these factors will have the sign of middle number. Always keep this in mind because we want minus 15. So minus 6 minus 9 will be minus 15. So let us factorize. We will be writing given equation once again. X square plus minus 15x plus 54 is equal to 0. Now what we will be doing, in place of this middle term we will be writing two different terms, two separate terms. First term we write as it is, x square. Last term plus 54 as it is we write, equal to 0 as it is we write. Only in place of minus 15x we write these two terms, which are those minus 6x and minus 9x. Okay, so this is also known as by splitting the middle term method. In mathematical language we call it by factorization method. So after splitting the middle term into two separate terms, what we should do, we have to take out common from first and second term, from third and fourth term. Okay, always see that this middle terms should be split properly. Minus 6x minus 9x, answer is 15x. Answer of these two terms should be this middle term. Minus 6x minus 9x is minus 15x. And how we have got this minus 6x minus 9x? When we got the factors of constant term. When coefficient of first term is 1, at that time we find only the factors, two factors of constant term. Okay, let us always check whether the coefficient of first term is 1 or not. If it is greater than 1, then we will see what we will have to do in the next few sums. But here, when the coefficient is 1, coefficient of first term is 1, we have to factorize the constant term, and if the constant term is having plus sign, we will have to find out two factors of constant term whose addition should be the coefficient of middle term. So we have got two factors of 54 whose addition is coefficient of middle term. Coefficient of middle term is minus 15. So addition is minus 6 and minus 9. These two factors we have got whose addition is minus 15. So in this way we will have to split. Now let us do next step. what we will have to do in the next step? In the next step we will have to take out common from first and second term, and then from third and fourth term. So from first and second term we can see x is common. Now we all know taking out common means actually we are dividing by that particular expression or that particular variable. We take out x common from x square, that means we have to divide x square by x. Taking out x common from x square means dividing x square by x. So when we divide x square by x, what we get? X square means what? X into x. Divide by x. So 1x getting cancelled. 1x is remaining. That 1x we have to write inside the bracket minus. Now let us see this second term. Second term is 6x. From 6x also we are taking out x common. So x cancelled, 6 remaining. So this remaining 6 we will be writing inside the bracket. In this way, from first two terms we have taken out x common and remaining expressions we have written inside the bracket. Now let us see what we can take out common from third and fourth term. As variable is there only in the third term. In fourth term is constant term, there is no variable. So variable we cannot take out common. We will have to check whether any one of the numbers can be taken out common. As we can see, 9 is the smaller number and 54 is divisible by 9. So 9 we can take out common. Minus 9. Minus sign is there, so put minus 9. So minus 9 can be taken out common. From third term, when you take out 9 common, third term is 9x. From 9x we have taken out 9 common. So 9 cancelled and x is remaining. So that remaining x we write inside the bracket. Minus plus sign will be minus. From 54 also we have taken out 9 common, that means 54 divided by 9. 9 ones are 9, 9 6 are 54, we are getting 6 as the answer. That 6 we have to write inside the bracket. So always keep this in mind, taking out common means actually dividing. Division we do. So is equal to 0 as it is we write. When you observe this third step, what you can see, this x minus 6 bracket is common. Same bracket we are getting. There is no change in terms also, in signs also. First term is x, first term is x. Second term is 6, second term is 6. Sign is minus, sign is minus. So always see that in third step, these two brackets should be same. So these two brackets can be taken out common. In place of these two brackets, we can take out common and we can write it one time. So from this first term, this is first term and this is the second term. Now in the third step we are getting only two terms. So here we are getting first term and second term. From first term we have taken out x minus 6 common. So what is remaining? X remaining. That x we write inside the bracket. From second term we have taken out x minus 6 common. What is remaining? Minus 9 remaining. That we should write inside the bracket is equal to 0. So in the fourth step we are getting these two brackets. There is no sign in between these two brackets. This no sign means multiplication of these two brackets are there. Okay, so till this I hope you all have understood. After this what we have to write? This multiplication of both the brackets is 0. Means what? Either this bracket answer is 0 or this bracket is equal to 0 or this bracket is equal to 0. Correct? We all know when two terms multiplication is 0, that means what? Either one term is equal to 0 or second term is equal to 0. Similarly here also, when two brackets is equal to 0, two brackets multiplication is 0, that means either first bracket is equal to 0 or second bracket is equal to 0. So that we have to write, therefore x minus 6 is equal to 0. Now we don't put the bracket, or we have to write or. Writing this or is also very important. Or x minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, now this minus 6 we have to bring on this side, we get x is equal to plus 6, or this minus 9 bring on this side, we get x is equal to plus 9. In this way we have got two values of x, variable x. So we all know from the first lesson only we got to know that solving any equation means what? Getting the value of variable from that equation. Now in this equation x variable is used, so we should get the value of variable x in the end, and when we get the value of variable, then we can say that the equation is solved. So in this way this equation is solved here, and we can write answer in the end. Answer, therefore 6 and 9 are the roots of given equation. In this way we will be solving all the equations. Let us go on second equation. Now second sum is x square plus x is equal to minus 20. Again the coefficient of first term is 1. That means we will have to find out two factors of constant term. Now we will have to decide whether the subtraction or addition of those two factors should be the middle term. That means here we have seen that we have got two factors of 54 whose addition is coefficient of middle term. Correct? Why addition? Because addition sign is there or plus sign is there. So we had found out two factors of 54 whose addition should be the coefficient of middle term. Now here the constant number or constant term is having minus sign. So what we will have to do, when the constant term is having minus sign, we will have to find out two factors of this constant term whose subtraction should be the coefficient of middle term. What is the coefficient of middle term? Nothing is there means 1 is there. So we will have to find out two factors of 20 whose subtraction should be the coefficient of middle term. Here what we did, we have found out two factors of 54 whose addition should be the coefficient of middle term. Now when minus sign is there, we will have to find out two factors of constant term whose subtraction should be the coefficient of middle term. So let us do it. Factors of 20 whose subtraction should be coefficient of middle term. Coefficient of middle term is 1. So we have to get two factors of 20 whose subtraction is middle term. Which are those two factors? 4 5s are 20. We are having various factors of 20. We have 10 2s are 20 also. But 10 minus 2 is not 1. We are having 4 5s are 20. But 4 minus 5 or 5 minus 4 is 1, and that's why we have to take 4 and 5, these two factors. Okay, similarly in the first sum also we have got these two factors of 54 whose addition is 15. Correct? Otherwise we will have to get various other factors also of 54, but we have taken only these two factors because their addition is 15. Okay, because we all know 54 factors are 2 into 27. 27 2s are also 54, but 27 plus 2 is not 15. So we have to get such two factors whose addition should be middle term, or such two factors whose subtraction should be the middle term, coefficient of middle term. Here the coefficient of middle term is 1. So we should get such two factors of 20 whose subtraction should be the coefficient of middle term. Now when we do the addition, when we got addition, that means when we got two factors whose addition should be the middle term, that time we give this first sign to both these factors. We have given this minus sign to both the factors. If there was plus sign, we would have given plus sign to both the factors. So in addition, first sign should be given to both the factors. But in subtraction, we cannot give same sign to both the factors. Okay, in subtraction what we will have to do, we will have to give this first sign to bigger factor. As 5 is getting plus sign, bigger factor is getting plus sign, then the smaller factor should get minus sign. So we can see that plus 5 minus 4, answer is plus 1. Okay, if there was minus 1, then we would have given minus sign to 5 and plus sign to 4. Then we would have got minus 5 plus 4 as minus 1. So giving sign is also very, very important. That also you will have to see very carefully. So now what we will have to do, we will have to split this middle term into two terms. First term as it is, I have to write x square. In place of this middle term, I will be writing minus 4x plus 5x. So minus 4x plus 5x will be plus 1x. Minus 20 as it is equal to 0 as it is. Now what we will have to do? We will have to take out common from first and second term, then from third and fourth term. In first and second term, as we have done in first sum, we will take out x common. From first term, when x is taken out common, 1x is remaining because x square is there, minus sign is there. From second term, when x is taken out common, 4 is remaining, bracket close. From 5x and 20, what is common? X we cannot take out common because this is constant term, there is no variable, so we can take out 5 common, plus 5 is common because 20 is divisible by 5. So always see that if it is possible to take out smaller number common, so take out that smaller number common. Here we can see 5 is also divisible by 5 and 20 is also divisible by 5. So bigger number is divisible by this smaller number, so smaller number we can take out common. 5 is common. From third term, 5 is common. What is remaining? X is remaining. Plus minus will be minus. From 25 is common. Common means what? Actually we are dividing. So 20 divided by 5. 5 4s are 20 is equal to 0. Now x minus 4 bracket is common in first and second term. So we will take out x minus 4 common, and in the second bracket this x plus 5 we will have to write, then equal to 0. So 2 brackets is equal to 0 means what? Either x minus 4 will be equal to 0 or x plus 5 will be equal to 0. Writing this or is very important. Then transfer this minus 4 on the right hand side, it becomes plus 4. 0 plus 4 will be plus 4. So x is equal to plus 4. Or x is equal to plus 5, transfer 0 minus 5 will be minus 5. So in this way 2 values of variable we are getting. Most of the time in quadratic equation we get 2 values of variable, and therefore answer is, therefore always write negative value first. Minus 5 and 4 are the roots of given equation. Now let us see this third sum. 2y square plus 27y plus 13 is equal to 0. In equation 1 and 2, that means in first and second question, the coefficient of first term, square term, was 1. Here also it was 1. Now here the coefficient is other than 1. It is greater than 1. So when the coefficient is greater than 1 of first term, we cannot only find out the factors of constant term. Okay, because you cannot get the factors of constant term here also. 13's factors, 13 is a prime number, so factor of 13 is 13, ones are 13. So you cannot find out the 2 factors of 13 whose addition is the middle term. Middle term is 27. Middle term coefficient is 27. So factors of 13 are 2 only. 13 ones are 13, and 13 plus 1 is not 27. So we will always have to check whether the coefficient of first term is greater than 1 or not. If it is equal to 1, then we directly find out the factors of constant term. But when the coefficient of first term is greater than 1 or other than 1, then what we will have to do? Let us see. When it is greater than 1, we will have to multiply this coefficient of first term with the constant term. So multiplication of 13 into 2, 13 2s are 26 plus 26, because both these numbers are having plus sign, both the terms are having plus sign. Therefore the multiplication of coefficient of first term and constant term is plus 26, and we will find out the factors of 26 plus 26 it is. Okay, so 2 factors of 26 whose addition should be the coefficient of middle term. So which are those 2 factors? We can get various factors of 26. Factors of 26 are 2 into 13. 13 2s are 26. But 13 plus 2 is not 27. we have to get such a two factors of 26 whose addition should be 27. So which are those two factors? 26 ones are 26, correct? And 26 plus 1 is 27. So we have to get such a two factors of 26 whose addition should be 27. Always keep this in mind. Don't write any factors. Okay, so we have got these two factors of 26 whose addition is 27. Those are 26 ones are 26. Now as we are doing addition, this first sign should be given to both these factors. That means plus sign should be given to 26 as well as 1. Plus 26 plus 1 will be plus 27. So let us factorize now. 2y square plus this 27y we can split into two terms, that is 26y plus 1y plus 13 is equal to 0. So we have split this middle term into two terms, 26y plus 1y. 1 we don't write in the coefficient. Okay, now let us take out common from first and second term, from third and fourth term. So in first and second term y is common. We can see y variable is common, but this term is also having coefficient and this term is also having coefficient. So let us see coefficient can be taken out common or not. As 2 is the smaller number, 26 is the bigger number, and 26 is divisible by 2. So 2 also we can take out common with y. So 2y is common. From first term, 2y is taken out common. From 2y square we are taking out 2y common. That means what? 2 into y. This is 2y square upon 2y. So 2 cancel, y cancel. What is remaining? Only y remaining. That y I write here plus. From 26y also we are taking out 2 common, 2y common. So y cancel. 2 1s are 2, 2 13s are 26. So we have to write 13. 13 remaining means 13 we have to write plus. What you can see common between third and fourth term? We cannot see anything common. So when nothing is common, always take one common. Always one is there common, because one is any number is divisible by 1. So 1 can be taken out common. From this term 1 is taken out common, y remaining. From 13 1 is taken out common, so 13 remaining is equal to 0. So this bracket is common. We write this bracket one time, y plus 13. In second bracket we can write 2y plus 1. This 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. So as we have got these two brackets, what we can write? Therefore y plus 13 is equal to 0, or 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Now solve this. These are the two equations, simple equations we can solve. Therefore y is equal to plus 13 transfer, it becomes 0 minus 13. 0 minus 13 means minus 13. Or 2y is equal to 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Now see children, here we are not getting value for y, we are getting value of 2y. So we should get the value for y. Y is equal to minus 1. This 2 transfer, it becomes divide by 2. Here it is multiplied by 2. When we transfer, it becomes divide by 2. So y, always see that only y should remain on the left hand side, and all the variables or all the constant, all the numbers should be transferred on the right hand side to get the value of variable. So y is equal to minus 1 upon 2. In this way we have got two values of variable, and hence it is the answer. These are the roots of the equation. Therefore y is equal to minus 13 and y is equal to minus 1 upon 2 are the roots of given equation. Now let's solve this question number 4. 5m square is equal to 22m plus 15. See children, we are having 5m square on the left hand side of equal to sign and 22m plus 15 on the right hand side of the equal to sign. So before solving by factorization method, always see that the given equation should be in the format of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That means these terms should be on the left hand side and equal to 0 should be on the right hand side. So we will transfer all the terms on the left hand side first and then we will solve it. So 5m square term is the first term. then minus 22m plus 22 transfer it becomes minus 22 plus 15 transfer it becomes minus 15. So both these terms we have transfer on left hand side. What is remaining? Equal to 0. Now it is in the format of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now what we will have to see whether the coefficient of first term is greater than 1 or not. Here it is greater than 1. So we cannot find out the factors of 15 only. We will have to find out the factors of 15 5s are 75. We have to find out the factors of 75. What is the sign? Minus sign. Plus 5 minus 15 means minus 75. Answer is minus 75. We have got it by 5 multiplied by minus 15. Answer is minus 75. So we will have to find out the factors of 75 whose subtraction minus sign is there. So two factors of 75 whose subtraction should be the coefficient of middle term. Coefficient of middle term is minus 22. So we have to get such a two factors of 75 whose subtraction is 22. We can see here two factors of 75, 5 and 15. But 15 minus 5 is not 22. So we cannot take these two factors. Other two factors can be 25 3s are, not 2s are. 25 2s are 50 and 25 3s are 75. So 25 3s are is 75 and 25 minus 3 is 22. So these are the two correct factors whose subtraction is the coefficient of middle term. Now we will split this middle term into these two terms. While splitting the middle term, check which sign should be given to which number. So whenever minus sign is there, always check the signs carefully. So this first sign should be given to the bigger factor. Bigger factor will have first sign. So as 25 is having first sign, that is minus sign, 3 will be having plus sign. So plus 25 minus 3 is minus 22. Correct? Sign of bigger number plus minus will become minus. 25 minus 3 is 22. So in this way always see that factor should be written carefully. So now we will split the middle term and write the factors. First term we write as it is 5m square. While writing the second term, how to write? Minus 25m plus 3m minus 15, last term as it is equal to 0. Now what we will have to do? Take out common from first and second term and then from third and fourth term. So in first and second term m is common as well as 5 is common, because 5 is divisible by 5 also, and we can divide 25 also by 5. Smaller number, we can divide this bigger number by smaller number, and that's why that smaller number can be taken out common. So 5m is the common. From 5m square, 5m is taken out common, 1m is remaining. Minus sign is there, write minus sign. From 25m, 5m is taken out common. From 25m, 5m is taken out common. So mm cancel, 5 5s are 25, 5 remaining. So that 5 we have to write inside the bracket. Now let us see from third and fourth term what can be taken out common. M is there in the third term, but in fourth term m is not there, so variable we cannot take out common. Let us see which number we can take out common. 3 is the smaller number, 15 is the bigger number. This bigger number is divisible by smaller number, so 3 can be taken out common. Now here from 3m, 3 is taken out common, m is remaining, minus sign. From 15, 3 is taken out common, that means what? 15 divided by 3. So 3 1s are 3, 3 5s are 15. So it is minus 5 is equal to 0. Now check, this bracket is same, common. Always see that this bracket should be common in the fourth step. So in fourth step, bracket is common. In fifth step, we write this bracket one time. In second bracket, we will be writing this 5m plus 3 is equal to 0. Next, what we will have to write? Therefore, this first bracket m minus 5 is equal to 0. Or second bracket terms 5m plus 3 is equal to 0, and therefore m is equal to this minus 5 transfer on this side, it becomes plus 5. Or now here m is having coefficient, so we should write 5m. is equal to plus 3 transfer, it becomes minus 3, and therefore m is equal to minus 3 upon 5. This 5 transfer, it becomes upon 5. So in this way we have got two values of variable which are the roots of the given equation. Therefore answer we should write minus 3 upon 5 and 5 are the roots of given equation. Fifth sum, 2x square minus 2x plus 1 upon 2 is equal to 0. Let us see how to solve this sum. Write the equation once again in the solution, beginning of the solution. First step is the equation. Now as we all can see in the constant term is fraction. 2 is there in the denominator. So don't keep this fraction as it is. What we will do? We will multiply by 2 throughout the equation so that the constant term will not be the fraction term. It will be the whole number. So let us multiply. It will be 2 into 2x square minus 2 into 2x plus 2 into 1 upon 2 is equal to 0 into 2 will be 0 only. So 2 into 2x square will be 4x square minus 2 2s are 4x. Here 2 cancel, we will get 1 will be equal to 0. Now find out the factors. Now we will solve by the factorization method. So as we all can see, this first term is having coefficient bigger than 1, greater than 1. So when the coefficient of first term is greater than 1, we don't find the factors of constant term only. Here we can see 1 is there. So we cannot find out the factors of 1 whose addition is the middle term, because factors of 1 is 1, 1 ones are 1, and 1 plus 1 is not 4. So always see that, check whether the first term is having coefficient greater than 1. So first term coefficient is 4. We will have to find out the factors of multiplication of first term and constant term. Multiplication of coefficient of first term, which is 4, into constant term 1. So this multiplication is 4. So we will have to find out the factors of 4, two factors of 4. Plus sign is there because this first term is also having plus sign and constant term is also having plus sign. Plus into plus is plus. So plus 4. That means we will have to find out two factors of 4 whose addition should be the coefficient of middle term. Coefficient of middle term is 4 minus 4. So we will have to find out two factors of plus 4 whose addition should be minus 4. Which are two factors of 4? 2 2s are 4, we all know. And 2 plus 2 is also 4. So when the addition we find out, what we do about the sign, both these numbers, both these factors will have this first sign. Always see that. In addition, both the factors should have first sign. And in subtraction, the bigger factor should have first sign and the smaller factor should have its opposite sign. Always see that. So both these factors will have minus sign. Now let us split this middle term. First term we write as it is, 4x square. In place of minus 4x we write minus 2x minus 2x. Minus 2x minus 2x is minus 4x. And last term plus 1 we write as it is. Now from first two terms we will take out common. We can see that x is common in first and second term. With that 2 is also common. 2 is smaller number and this bigger number is divisible by this smaller number, and that's why we can take out smaller number common. Now from first term, from 4x square, we can take out 2 common. That means we can divide by 2x. 4x square means what? 2 into 2 into x upon 2 into x. So x cancel, 2 cancel. What is remaining? 2x is remaining. So that 2x we write inside the bracket. Minus from 2x, from this full 2x, we have taken 2x, complete 2x common. So that 2x ones are 2x. What is remaining? 1 only. When full term is taken out common, always 1 is there. Always 1 is remaining. Okay. Now from 2x plus 1, we can see nothing is common. We cannot see anything common there. So when we cannot see anything common, always 1 is common. So minus 1 is common. In bracket we can write this 2x minus plus minus, 1 ones are 1 is equal to 0. So this bracket is common, 2x minus 1, we write it one time, and in second bracket also we can see that we are getting 2x minus 1. Now what should be written? Therefore 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, or 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore 2x is equal to this minus 1, bring on this side, it will become plus 1, or here also same thing we will have to do, plus 1, and therefore x is equal to this 1, bring this 2 on right hand side, it becomes divide by 2, or x is equal to 1 upon 2. In this way we can solve this sum. You can keep this 1 upon 2 as it is and then you can solve the sum, but that will become quite difficult. Instead of that, if you multiply by 2 throughout the equation like this in the next step, and you can make this equation like this, 4x square minus 4x plus 1, it becomes easy to solve and it becomes easy to take out common from first, second and third, fourth term. So it is up to you how you are going to solve it. Now let us write the answer. Therefore 1 upon 2 and 1 upon 2 are the roots of given equation. Now let us go on next sum. Now sixth sum is 6x minus 2 upon x is equal to 1. We can see in the second term x is there in the denominator, and first term only x is there. So let us bring this equation into proper format of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and then solve it. As x is there in the denominator, we will multiply by this x throughout the equation. So let us write the equation as it is and then multiply by x. So I will multiply by x into 6x minus x into 2 upon x equal to x multiplied by 1. So multiply x into 6x will be 6x square, x into x is x square, minus x cancel, 2 is remaining, is equal to 1 into x means 1x. We don't write coefficient 1. Now bring this x on the left hand side, 6x square as it is we write, plus x will become minus x. This minus 2 constant term as it is, it should be written as the third term, and this x we have brought, so 0 is remaining on the right hand side. So we are getting 6x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now it is in the format of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. All three terms on the left hand side equal to 0 on the right hand side. Now we will have to factorize. While factorization, what we will have to check whether the first term is having coefficient greater than 1. As the first term is having coefficient greater than 1, we will have to find out the factors of multiplication of coefficient of first term into the constant term. So 6 into minus 2. Answer is minus 12. 6 2s are 12. So we will have to find out two factors of 12 whose subtraction sign is minus. So whose subtraction should be the coefficient of middle term. Middle term coefficient is 1. Nothing is there means 1. So we will have to find out factors of 12 whose subtraction, two factors of 12 whose subtraction should be 1. So we can see here 6 2s are these two factors, 6 and 2. These are the two factors. But 6 minus 2 is not 12. Sorry, 6 minus 2 is not 1. We require answer as 1. Okay. But 6 minus 2 is 4. So which are the two factors of 12 whose subtraction is 1? 3 4s are 12. We all know that. And 3 minus 4 or 4 minus 3 is 1. So in this way we will have to check the factors always. So two factors of 12 whose subtraction is 1 are 3 and 4. Now let us give the sign. While subtraction, bigger number should have this first sign. Bigger number is 4. Bigger factor is 4. So it should have first sign. First sign is minus. Sign of this middle term should be given to the bigger factor. And then as 4 is having minus sign, 3 will be having plus sign. So minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. We require minus 1. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. Now let us split this middle term into two terms and get the answer. 6x square plus 3x minus 4x minus 2 as it is equal to 0. This middle term we have split into two terms. Now take out common. 6 and 3. 3 is smaller number, which is 6 is divisible by 3. So 3 we can take out common. From x square and x we can take out x common. Okay, 3x we have taken out common. From 6x square we have taken out 3x common. So x is cancelled. 1x is remaining. 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. So what is remaining? 2x is remaining. This 2x we will have to write in the bracket, plus this complete 3x is taken out common from second term, so 1 is remaining, minus from 4x and 2, what is common? 2 is common. 2 is smaller number. 4 is divisible by 2, so 2 can be taken out common. So 4x divided by 2, what you will be getting? 4x divided by 2. 2 2s are 4, so we are getting 2x. Always see that this all the terms inside the bracket are same. 2x minus minus will become plus. 2 1s are 2. We are getting same bracket. So we write this bracket one time, common bracket. In second bracket we write this expressions 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. What should be written next? Therefore 2x plus 1 equal to 0, or 3x minus 2 equal to 0. Therefore this plus 1 bring on this side, we get 2x is equal to minus 1, or 3x is equal to minus 2 bring on this side, it becomes plus 2. 3x is equal to plus 2. Therefore x is equal to minus 1 as it is. This 2 bring on this side, it becomes divided by 2. Here it is multiplied by 2. When we transfer it becomes divided by 2. Or x is equal to 2 as it is. 3 transfer it becomes divided by 3. So x is equal to 2 upon 3. So in this way we have got these two values of x, and hence what is the solution? Therefore answer is therefore minus 1 upon 2 and 2 upon 3 are the roots of given equation. Now last sum is activity based sum. We have given one quadratic equation, root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. To solve this quadratic equation by factorization, complete the following activity. So we have to write the equation as it is. Now we can see that this x square first term is having coefficient other than 1. So while finding out the factors, what we will have to do? We will have to multiply this coefficient of first term with the constant term. So when we multiply this root 2, I will be solving here. This coefficient of first term is root 2 multiplied by constant term is 5 root 2. So what we get? Root 2 into root 2 is 2 into this 5. 5 2s are 10. So we are getting 10. So we have to find out two factors of 10 plus 10 we are getting. Both these factors, both these terms are having plus plus sign. So we are getting plus 10. Okay. Root 2 into 5 root 2. So root 2 into 5 root 2 is, root 2 into root 2 is 2. And 5 as it is, 5 into 2 is 10. Okay, I hope you all are understanding. Root 2 into root 2. What is root 2 into root 2? It is root 4. 2 2s are 4. And square root of 4 is 2, we all know. So that's why root 2 into root 2 is 2. And this 5. 5 into 2 is 10. So we have to find out factors of 10. Two factors of 10 plus sign is there, whose addition should be 7. So which are two factors? 2 5s are 10. 2 5s are 10, or 5 2s are 10. Anything we can write. 5 2s are 10. As plus sign is there, we have found out two factors whose addition should be the middle term. So this sign should be given to both these factors. Plus 5 plus 2. Correct? So here what should be written? First term as it is. In place of second term, we will have to split into two terms. So here it will be 5x and 2x. Last term as it is, we will have to write. Correct? Now next, what we have to do? We have to take out common. From first term, and second term, first and second, x is taken out common. From first term is, let me write it properly, show you all this properly. First term is root 2 x square. From this only x is taken out common, this x is taken out common. So what is remaining? Root 2x is remaining. So this root 2x. From 5x also x is taken out common. So what is remaining? Plus 5 is remaining. Root 2x plus 5. From second and third term, root 2 is taken out common. Sorry, from third and fourth term, root 2 is taken out common. So from third term, when root 2 is taken out common, what will be inside the bracket? See, from 2x, root 2 is taken out common. 2 means what? Root 2 into root 2 and into x as it is. So this upon root 2 cancel. What is remaining? Root 2x. So what is remaining inside the bracket? Root 2x plus from 5 root 2 is taken out common, 5 is remaining. So we can see this bracket is common. Which bracket is common? Root 2x plus 5. This bracket is common. So this bracket we have to write one time, and in second bracket what will be written? X and plus root 2 will be in the second bracket. X plus root 2 in the second bracket. So let us see the continuation of the sum here. So in the first bracket we can have root 2x plus 5. In the second bracket x plus root 2 is equal to 0. So this first bracket root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, or second bracket x plus root 2 is equal to 0. So what will be the value for x? Root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. That means what? Root 2x is equal to minus 5, and therefore x will be equal to minus 5 upon root 2. X will be equal to minus 5 upon root 2. And then x will be equal to minus root 2. This plus root 2 transfer on this side, it will becomes minus root 2. So what are the roots of equation? It is minus 5 upon root 2, and root 2 are the roots of the equation. In this way you can solve this sum. You have to write only answers in the boxes, and remaining solution, everything you should solve in the rough. Okay, now let us go on the 8th sum. Question number 8. 8th sum is 3x square minus 2 root 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. First term is having coefficient greater than 1. So we will have to find out the factors of multiplication of first term coefficient into constant term. So let us see what is the product of first term coefficient and constant term. 3 2s are 6. So we will have to find out two factors of 6. Addition is there, plus sign is there. Both the numbers are having plus sign. Two factors of 6 whose addition should be the coefficient of middle term. Coefficient of middle term is 2 root 6. So which can be the two factors? Two factors can be root 6 and root 6. We all know root 6 into root 6 is 6, and root 6 plus root 6 will be 2 root 6. So let us factorize. First term as it is, we write 3x square. In place of minus 2 root 6, we write root 6 and root 6. Minus sign should be given to both the factors. So give it minus root 6x minus root 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay. Now we will have to take out common from first and second term, third and fourth term. So let us take out common. Now see children, what can be common from first and second term? X is common, we all know. But from 3 and root 6, what can be common? We all know 3 means what? Root 3 into root 3. Okay. And root 6 can be written as root 3 into root 2. 3 2s are 6. And 3 means what? Root 3 into root 3. So what is common? Root 3 is common. So this root 3 we can take out common. From first term, from 3 we have taken out root 3 common. So what is remaining? Root 3 is remaining. From x square, x is taken out common. So 1x is remaining. Minus sign is there. This x is taken out common full. So no variable. But what will be remaining from the second term? Root 6 means root 3 into root 2. So root 3 is taken out common. What is remaining? Root 2 is remaining. right inside the bracket, minus. Now see again, 2 means what? 2 means what? Root 2 into root 2. Okay. And 6 means, root 6 means what? Root 3 into root 2. So what is common? We can see root 2 is common. So this root 2 we can take out common inside the bracket. From root 6 we have taken out root 2 common. What is remaining? Root 3 is remaining. And this x we write as it is. Minus plus minus sign. From 2 we have taken out root 2 common. What is remaining? Root 2 is remaining, is equal to 0. Now this bracket is common. We can see that. So we write bracket one time, root 3x minus root 2. In second bracket again we can write this root 3x minus root 2 is equal to 0. Okay. So therefore either this bracket root 3x minus root 2 is equal to 0, or this bracket root 3x minus root 2 is equal to 0, and therefore root 3x is equal to plus root 2. This minus root 2 transfer, it becomes plus root 2. Same thing we will have to do here. And therefore x is equal to root 2. This root 3 bring on this side, it becomes divide by root 3, or same thing on this side also. So we are getting these values for variable x. And these are the roots of given equation. Therefore, answer okay. Now let us go on next sum. 2m in bracket m minus 24 is equal to 50. So it is not in the format of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. As we can see, outside the bracket expression is there and inside the bracket two terms are there. So let us first multiply this and then see what we are getting. 2m into m means 2m square minus 2m into 24. 24 2s are 48m is equal to this 50 as it is. Now bring this 50 on the left hand side. 2m square minus 48m plus 50 will become minus 50 is equal to 0. Now we can see that this is in the format of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. First term is having coefficient 2. But if we observe this equation carefully, we can see that all these terms are divisible by 2. So let us divide by 2. 2m square divide by 2. Okay, here I will write divide by 2. 2m square divide by 2 means 2 cancel, we get only m square, minus 48 divide by 2, what we will get? 24m, minus 50 divide by 2, we get 25, equal to 0 divided by 2 is 0. So now the equation has become simple and becomes simple to factorize. So as first term is having coefficient 1, we will have to find out the two factors of last term, two factors of constant term. Constant term is 25, sign is minus. So we will have to find out two factors of 25 whose subtraction should be the coefficient of middle term. Coefficient of middle term is 24. So we will have to find out two factors of 25 whose subtraction is 24. Two factors are 5, 5s are 25, but 5 minus 5 is not 24. So we have to write 25 ones are 25, correct? So I write 1 into 25. 25 ones are 25 and 25 minus 1 is 24. Subtraction is 24. But here it is minus 24. So this minus sign should be given to bigger number and smaller number will have plus sign. In this way, very easily we can find out the two factors. So first term we write as it is. In place of this middle term we write these two terms plus 1m. 1 we don't write, only m we will have to write, plus 1m minus 25m minus 25 is equal to 0. Now we will take out common from first and second term. We can see m is common from first and second term. From first term m square is there. From m square m is taken out common, 1m is remaining, plus sign. From m, complete m is taken out common, so m upon m means 1 is remaining. Minus 25m minus 25, we can see that 25 is common, so we write 25. From third term 25m, we have taken out 25 common, so m is remaining. Minus minus plus. From 25, this 25 is common. 25 divided by 25, what is remaining? 1 remaining, is equal to 0. This m minus 1 bracket is common. We write one time. In second bracket, we write this remaining expressions, m minus 25 is equal to 0. And therefore, m plus 1 equal to 0, or m minus 25 is equal to 0. Therefore, m is equal to, this plus 1 transfer, it becomes minus 1, or m is equal to plus 25. In this way, we have got two values of variables, and therefore answer is minus 1 and plus 25 are the roots of given equation. Very easy. Next sum. 10 sum 25m square is equal to 9. Let us see. 25m square is equal to 9. If I transpose this 9 on the left hand side, it will be 25m square minus 9 plus 9 will become minus 9 is equal to 0. Now see children, the middle term is missing here, correct? Our quadratic equation general format or standard format is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We can see that this x square term is there, constant term is there, but middle term is missing. So we will have to see that how we can factorize this. Either you can use formula method. Which formula we can use here? A square minus b square is equal to a plus minus b in first bracket, or a plus b in first bracket and a minus b in the second bracket. Either we can apply this formula method, or the other method is also there that I will show you afterwards. So 25m square, 25 is perfect square, 25 is square of 5. So this is 5m square minus 9 is square of 3, so 3 square is equal to 0. So a square means 5m square minus b square means 3 square, correct? So our a is 5m, our b is 3. So this can be applied as the formula method. A plus b means 5m plus 3 and a minus b means 5m minus 3. So we can apply the formula here. So let us apply the formula. Therefore 5m plus 3 and 5m minus 3 is equal to 0. So two brackets we are getting, that means what? 5m plus 3 is equal to 0, or 5m minus 3 is equal to 0, and therefore 5m is equal to minus 3, or 5m is equal to plus 3. Therefore m is equal to minus 3, this 5 transfer, upon minus 5, or m is equal to plus 3 upon 5, correct? So two values of m we are getting. So answer we can write, therefore answer minus 3 upon 5 and 3 upon 5 are the solutions of given equation. This is one method in which we can apply the formula, or one more method you can apply, which is very easy and direct method. 25m square is equal to 9. Therefore m square is equal to 9 as it is, 25 transfer, it becomes divided by 25. Taking square root of both the sides, square root of both sides. Okay, so we can take out square root of both sides. Square root of m square is equal to square root of 9 upon 25. So therefore m square will be Square root of 9 upon 25 can be plus minus. Okay, it will be 3 upon 5 plus minus 3 upon 5. That means, sorry, square root of m square, square and square root cancel each other, only m is remaining, and square root of 9 upon 25 will be plus minus 3 upon 5. So two values of m will be m is equal to minus 3 upon 5 or m is equal to plus 3 upon 5. So in this way, direct method also we can apply or formula method also we can apply. Now let us go on next sum. 11 sum 7m square is equal to 21m. In 10 sum, first term and constant term was given. In 11 sum, first term and middle term is given. Constant term is not given. So let us see how to solve this term. So what we will do here, in such a cases, when this is general format of equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we have given first and second term, constant term is not given. So in such a cases, we cannot factorize by splitting the middle term. We cannot factorize by constant term also, because constant term is not given only. So in such cases, what should be done? This 7m square as it is I write, plus 21m bring on this side, it becomes minus 21m is equal to 0. When first term and last term is given, first term and middle term is given, in such a cases we can directly take out common. Taking out common will be the method for solving this type of sum. So take out common from these two terms. We can see that this 21 is divisible by 7. That means smaller number 7 is common. M square and m is common. From 7m square, we have taken out 7m common. That means what? M cancel with m square, 7 cancel with 7, 1 m is remaining. So this m we write inside the bracket, minus. From 21m, we have taken out 7m common. Cancel, 7 3s are 21. So 3 is remaining is equal to 0. So when we are having bracket and outside the bracket such type of expression is there, how to write? Either this expression will be equal to 0 or this bracket will be equal to 0, because multiplication of these two is equal to 0. That means what? 7m may be equal to 0 or m minus 3 will be equal to 0, and therefore m can be equal to 0 upon 7 or m can be equal to minus 3, transfer it becomes plus 3. So 0 upon 7 means 0. So one value of m is 0, other value of m is 3. So in this way we are getting two values of m. So easy. Therefore answer is 0 and 3 are the solution of given equation. Let's go on last sum. Only two terms are there, first term and constant term. So here also we can apply formula method or direct method. So first I will be showing you by formula method. M square is in the proper format. It is in the square format. 11 is square of which number? 11 is not perfect square. So we can write it as square root of 11 square is equal to 0. We can apply the formula of a square minus b square is equal to a plus b in the first bracket, a minus b in the second bracket. That means what? M square minus square root of 11 square will be equal to m plus square root 11 in first bracket and m minus square root 11 in the second bracket. So here we are going to apply this formula. M plus square root 11 in first bracket, m minus square root 11 in the second bracket. So what will be next step? Therefore m plus square root 11 is equal to 0 or m minus square root 11 is equal to 0, and therefore two values of m are m is equal to square root 11 minus square, this plus transfer here, it becomes minus square root 11, or m is equal to plus square root 11. These will be the two values, and hence the solution is, answer is minus square root 11 and square root 11 are solution of equation or roots of equation. Okay, instead of solution we can write roots of given equation. And by direct method, how to solve this? M square is equal minus 11 is equal to 0 is given. Direct method. Okay, this is, and this is formula method. By direct method, how can factorize? Therefore m square is equal to 11 on the right hand side, plus 11 will minus 11 will become plus 11, taking square root of both the sides. So we will have to take square root of m square, square root of 11. It can be plus minus square root of 11, and m square cancel, it is m is equal to plus minus square root of 11. So two values of m can be m is equal to minus square root 11 or m is equal to plus square root 11. So in this way, by direct method also you can solve this sum, and these are the two roots of the equation. So I hope you all have understood all the sums from this practice set. Try to solve all the sums and practice them regularly.
Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.